All right, so let's move on to page 6, number 3, the triad. So you already know at this time, you take the time to see if you can do this one on your own, and then you're going to come back after pausing the video and see if you're correct. All right, so right now you should be pausing the video. Okay, welcome back, guys, and let's look at number 3. So this one says complete the chart below using the following information. So again, we are doing a 2-column proof, and they give us the information that these two lines, L1 and L2, are in fact parallel, and we have to now prove that the measure of angle A and the measure of angle G, the sum is 180 degrees, right? So we're trying to prove that these two angles, A and G, added together equal 180. So let's look at our statements and reasons. So statement number 1 says line 1 and line 2 are parallel. Well, we already know that's a given because it's right there at the top. And then let's look at statement number 2. So statement number 2 says that it's blank, but we have the reason of a linear pair postulate. So if you go back to page 44 in your notes, which was on lesson 1, it says that the linear pair postulate states that if two positive angles form a linear pair, then they are supplementary. So we're looking for two angles that are a linear pair and are supplementary. So remember, a linear pair are just two adjacent angles together that form a line. And remember, at some point, we have to involve these two angles, angle A and angle G, right? So let's start with angle A. If I look at angle A, what other angle can I pair with angle A that's going to form a line that can get me down to angle G? Well, obviously that would have to be angle C here. Angle A and angle C are adjacent, so check off for linear pair, and angle A and angle C form a straight line. So we can automatically say that angle A and angle C are supplementary. In order for them to be a linear pair, they have to be supplementary. Okay. Statement number 3 is blank, but they tell us the reason is definition of supplementary angles. So we know the definition of supplementary is that the sum equals 180 degrees, right? So if the two angles A and C are supplementary, then that means I can talk about their measures. I can say the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle C equal 180 degrees. Okay, so that fulfills statement number 3. Now they move on to statement number 4. They tell us in statement number 4 that angle C and angle G are congruent. So if I notice the position of angle G and C, I notice that both of those angles are on the same side of the transversal, right? So angle C and G are on the same side of the transversal, and both of them are on different levels. So C is below line 1 and G is below line 2. So if I have two angles on the same side of the transversal in the same position, that automatically tells me the angle relationship that makes these two angles congruent would have to be corresponding angles. Okay. So let's go down to statement number 5. It's blank, but they tell us the definition of congruent. So definition of congruent just means that you have two things that are equal or the same, right? So we just said that angle C and G are congruent. So that means that their measures have to be equal. Okay. Now let's finish off with the proof. So the proof originally was to prove that angle A and angle G, their sum added up to 180 degrees. Well, we kind of already did that. If I know that A and C are supplementary, and if I know that C and G are congruent, then I can just replace the measure of angle G with the measure of angle C. So if I'm replacing something, then obviously that means that I am substituting it. I'm substituting in the value. So by substitution, I can prove that the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle G is equal to 180 degrees.